holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. A carry for Devontae Freeman, who missed most of last season. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. On 4th down is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Now Sproles. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And it'll be Titan football.
Like 80. No foul.
Now a 2-time 1,000-yard rusher for the Bears. This is Jordan Howard. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Roethlisberger. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch it. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Now Roethlisberger. A dump off to Sproles. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the 1st down.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3-and-out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here. A safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Go, go, go. Double tight, guys. Double. Easy, easy. 4 down, 4 down, 4 down. Let's get the set.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Roethlisberger looking downfield for Godwin. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Now Roethlisberger. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has, really. They come up here now, first down. And some space here. And he'll have it past midfield, almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big pickup of 38. So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10. Here's Freeman. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. On second down, Freeman. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. But he's got a noon one. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 29-yard line.
Set. 180. First down. Double right. Lights 54. Bravo.
Stafford on first down. That's going to be caught by Kirk. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards.
Let's go.
A gain of 16 yards.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
On second down, it's Freeman. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a third down and 6. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. They toss to Freeman. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Now Matt Bryant on for the field goal. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
Matt Bryant done for the field goal. A 24-yard attempt.
And Bryant's kick is good. And they will jump out in front here with a very unusual scoreline of 3-2. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And this is their 3rd drive. Maybe the focus right now not so much on points, but getting their first down.
And when you start off a game, you don't even think that's an issue, do you? But you go a drive, a second drive, no first down, that becomes an issue. Now you got to think about, okay, what type of play calling do I have to do to get us in a spot to pick that first one up?
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
22, 44. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Check pass. Let's go.
To throw here, Roethlisberger. An incomplete, crisis averted, almost picked. Instead, second down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground.
All right, now.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
3 down. 50.
Roethlisberger. Going back to Lander. This time he's got him complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 27-yard line. You know, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son, and then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows what the receivers are going to do. He actually has wide receivers' eyes when he's throwing the ball.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. They come out here in the I.
57. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Roethlisberger keeps it, and he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Ben Roethlisberger with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Titans are going to retake the lead. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that'll make this a 6-point game. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This will be taken in at the 1. Now a hit and a loose football. It's picked up by the Titans. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They run. Devontae Freeman. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Now a deep ball here hauled in just past the 50. A very solid gain of 27. Now a first down throw. Stafford. It's caught inside the 25. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. He was looking for a Nunwa there, but it'll be 2nd down.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board.
Hey, Delta.
On 2nd and 10, Stafford. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. To the air again, Stafford. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. The kick by Bryant is good. And that trims the lead to 3. It's 9-6 now. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
2nd and 7 at the 27-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Slam, slam, slam.
44. Hey, high 7.
Roethlisberger will throw. And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Nick Bosa in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now Ben on 3rd and long. And a throw there going to be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
A big-time return there, 40 yards. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10.
Set, go 20.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Play action. Stafford. He's got the connection to Cole Beasley. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. On 1st down, Stafford here. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. Only 3 there on the screen at 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's Stafford. And this one caught by Beasley. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll run here with Freeman. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Again, it'll be Freeman. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. A 3rd field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down.
Hey, Charlie.
From the gun, here's Stafford. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Quincy Enunwa, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Saints have retaken the lead. Bryant's extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even...
Kaiser hit, and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
59! Hey, orbit!
following the fumble recovery. Stafford. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Brandon Copeland. He brought the pressure on the blitz, and he gets there for a loss of 12. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. That's going to be caught by Josh Reynolds.
230. 56.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
Alert, alert! Hey, whoa!
makes it 3rd and 4.
50 seconds to Mike. 50 seconds to Mike.
They go with Howard again. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10.
Hey, back up.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
First down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, they really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, and especially against deep balls as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Second and 10. It's Roethlisberger once more. Complete to Watson, the tight end. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 39.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. It's complete. It's Sproles. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone.
Get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches.
Check.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey!
Ben to throw again. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Chung. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 26-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Freeman, he's been busy today. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 17 there, and a New Orleans first down. On first down, it's Stafford. Anunwa's got it, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a first down. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 10 yards, good for his Saints first down. Stafford now 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10. Throwing again is Stafford. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Nickel Roby-Coleman. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. Anunwa, the intended target.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Oh, free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble, because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
The throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And can you believe it? It's a second safety in this ball game. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt. And if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
All day, every day, any day. Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
Jack 16. Lock it.
Out of the gun, this is Howard. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 11 yards there, 1st down. Back now in Nashville. It's been a good one so far, just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Hey, it's out of bounds. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike.
Go.
I got you.
24.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike.
Black.
On 1st down, it's Roethlisberger. Trying to lay one up, and that's caught inside the 30. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now Roethlisberger looking for the end zone. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Bailey got the extra point, and the lead is up to 5. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. Well, they don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. He couldn't hook up with a Nunwa that time, but it's going to be 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20.
Check hot route. Hot. Spawn.
Let's go.
Now Howard. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
Hey, 2.
At the 26-yard line.
Here's Roethlisberger. And that is intercepted by last year's NFL leader, Casey. A critical error there in a tight game in the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into it.
And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Fletcher Cox in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22.5 set in 2001. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Throwing is Stafford. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Stafford now to throw. And he finds Beasley, complete. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the first, right around the 15. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be fourth down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And down by 5, they've got to go for it here on fourth down.
52 Alpha.
They snap it to Stafford. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all of their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game.
At the 16-yard line.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Roethlisberger going to throw it. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important third down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first down.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And Sanders now to return. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Now it's Stafford. This short throw caught by Goddard. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the first.
And now, since this brings up 4th down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves, because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a first down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easily.
He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. He's back to throw. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take...
a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jordan Jenkins. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time, ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
It's a pickup of 17 there. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Oh, Roethlisberger going to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Titans, a win will come too late to save a losing season, but they do move to 6-9 on the year.